August is a big month for dogs.
Is it?
Yes, between Dogust, the universal birthday for shelter dogs, Assistant Dog Day, Spoil Your Dog Day, and Snoopy's birthday, there's a lot going on.
Not to mention National Dog Day on August 26th.
That's right. And you know, we here at Jack Russell Parents Podcast, a podcast for the most fanatic of dog lovers, had to go big for National Dog Day.
Absolutely. We want to spoil your fur baby, so we're giving away a $50 PetSmart e-gift card to one lucky family.
All you have to do is go to jackrussellparents.com/giveaway. Listen to a super quick episode for the secret code word and enter to win.
That's it?
That's it.
Can I enter?
No.
Oh.
But everyone else can. So drop what you're doing and head on over to jackrussellparents.com/giveaway. Entries close at midnight Central Time, August 31st, 2021.
Good luck, puppy parents.
Hi, I'm Becca, and this is my husband, Gabe.
That's me.
Welcome to the podcast celebrating Jack Russell Terrier dogs.
And all the joys of companionship with canines of every kind.
Each week, we'll explore all the heartfelt, humbling, and hilarious stories that only dog parents can truly relate to. We're Jack Russell Parents. Hi, puppy parents. We are so glad you are here with us.
We hope you're having a great day.
We know there's a lot of tough stuff going on in the world and in our lives. And as a result, we find ourselves reflecting on the good things and being extremely grateful for everything that brings us joy.
Some of those joyous things are, of course, our families, friends, each other, this beautiful woman I'm staring at, helping others out when they're in need, and of course, our beautiful pups.
Of course. So today we are going to combine two of our favorite joy-producing pastimes, family and dogs. Are you surprised? I bet you are.
I'm not.
Dogs have been a part of my family for generations, and I feel like we really should add dogs to our family tree, to our royal lineage.
Royal.
Well, how about noble?
All right, I give you that.
Oh, I thank you. Well, a few weeks back, Gabe and I got to go spend some time with my side of the family in Northern California. And it has been 2 years since I've seen my parents and probably 5 years since I've seen my brother in person. Crazy long time.
You talk to him every day, but that's a long time.
Yeah, it's different. Although we didn't get to bring our pup, Carson, with us, it was so nice to have a face-to-face conversation with family and hug their necks, as my grandpa would say.
We got to see your grandpa, Bill, and we visited him at his house and bought him some lemon pie. Lovely.
So good. And he, like us, just loves dessert, and he always has. And when we were kids, he was known for loving strawberry shortcake. I guess he's still known for that. It's not. He still loves it.
He has good taste.
He does. And my mom would mash up the berries a little and sprinkle with sugar. And the secret is letting them soak overnight in the fridge. And then that way those berries create their own juice and it acts like a strawberry sauce. Mm-hmm. It's heaven.
It's beautiful.
And sometimes we would put those same strawberries over hand-churned vanilla ice cream.
Get out of here.
We would spend the afternoon out in the backyard cranking the ice cream machine by hand. So it was an electric thing. We cranked it ourselves, people.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hard work.
Earn that calories.
But we did that so then we would have ice cream after dinner. And then the ice cream, that vanilla ice cream with those strawberries on top, shut the front door. So good.
Your mom, besides making drool-worthy strawberries, is a great cook. So we ate really well while we were there, of course.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, everything she makes has so much flavor. And who do you think was at our feet while we ate those delicious meals?
Me.
Stop it.
And all the dogs.
That's right, the dogs. My parents have 2 dogs, and my brother, who lives close by, has 1. And they love to get a little nibble from the dining table, whether inside or outside, they're there. Also, while we were visiting, we were so blessed to get my family to reflect on their pups and what it's like being a puppy parent. So we captured those recordings live and on the fly. Because we spent a lot of time outside in that beautiful California weather.
Oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous.
So perfect. You might just hear a bird or 2, some wind, or even a snorting dog in the background.
So let's start with the oldest family member as we go through these reflections of our dog family.
Sure.
Grandpa Bill is, 90 years old?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Grandpa if he remembered his first dog.
We used to have a little terrier.
Oh, yeah.
A long time ago, this when I was growing up, but he was my dad's dog. He ignored everybody else. He'd just go straight to my dad, and he would, if you want him to come over and sit by you or you do something with him. No, he wasn't interested. We had him for quite a while.
Do you recall his name?
Teddy.
Teddy.
Teddy, yeah.
Named after the president?
I don't know who he was named after. Or whoever named him, I don't know. We got him. He was a full-grown dog, I guess, when we got him. Somebody else had him. Had to get rid of him when we took him. But he took up with my dad, and he and my dad was a couple, and that was it. Everybody else, get out of the way and leave us alone. So
they had bonded. They were best
they
friends.
sure were, yeah.
Did you ever raise a dog?
Yeah. I don't even remember. I think I brought her home from school. Some guy came into school and he brought 3 or 4 pups in a box, and I brought one of them home.
I love that my grandpa still has a Southern accent, even though he's lived in California for like 70 years.
It's holding tight to those roots.
It's so cool to listen to. And of course, he had terriers. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we are a terrier family. We didn't even know we were a terrier family.
I know.
Until we started actually reflecting. We're like, wait a second.
Kind of nice to talk to your family, folks. I recommend it. Here is my dad, Bill Jr., although he just goes by Bill, reminiscing about his first dog.
I had a little beagle terrier cross named Tippy. It looked mostly like a beagle, but it had a terrier attitude. But it was a great dog. I went with it everywhere, camping and fishing. I used to ride my horse with it miles down this road out in the middle of nowhere by Sacramento before the housing boom. That dog would run. I'd ride 4 or 5 miles and it'd run 20, zigzagging hunting. It'd catch rabbits. Pretty good dog.
Now, your family has had a variety of dogs, but many have leaned towards the terriers, just like us. So here's Dad talking about his terrier, Nikki.
Well, I was prone to having terriers. I think it's kind of like a genetic memory. My grandfather had a terrier, and it just seemed natural. And so when that one walked in the backyard, this one little white puppy comes in the backyard. Well, it was a 4-way cross, but it was mostly terrier. It was part Whippet and Pit Bull and Jack Russell and Fox Terrier on the sire side. And it was a great dog. It'd go everywhere with me. The thing was tenacious about scrapping and it'd hang on to a rope like a pit bull. And it was a really great dog, and I was hog farming all around, and it would always go with me and go to the fair and wherever. I'd be at the fair a lot, and people, whenever they saw me, that dog was with me. It was just like a fixture in my truck.
Now, as you can tell, my dad seems to be claiming complete ownership of the beloved dog he's describing. However, that dog was mine before it ever became his. I would just like to make that clear.
Yeah.
She wandered into our backyard as a puppy, and I just had to have her. And if you haven't listened to our trailer before, I'll tell that story a little bit in that as well. But I just incessantly asked the neighbors if I could have her if they didn't end up selling her. And so I think they just gave in because I literally called them every day. I was a teenager. I was probably a freshman or sophomore in high school, I think. And I literally call them every day.
I wish I could hear those conversations.
I love that dog.
And this is before caller ID, so they were just like, hello, and they're like, oh, her again.
Yes, they were like, darn it. So anyway, Nikki became my dad's dog when I went away to college. So thank you, Dad, for taking care of my pup. But, I'll let my dad remember it however he would like.
So you had several dogs growing up, right?
Yes, we did. We had quite a few over the years. The first was Max when I was very young. He was an Airedale Terrier, which are really cool dogs, y'all. If you've never seen one or heard about them, look it up because the way they look is just so awesome.
I have no idea what an Airedale Terrier is. Hold on, I'm going to type it in, see what I see. Oh, okay. It has a little beard.
Yes, it's kind of like a slightly larger version of like a Scotty dog.
Yeah, it looks like a Scotty dog mixed with a poodle. It's kind of what it looks like.
Because they kind of got this curly hair. Anyway, we had him when I was quite young. And then came Patty, the Australian Blue Heeler. And after that was Nikki, who we just heard about. And then after I had moved away from home, my parents got Oreo.
Fox Terrier, which was, I love Fox Terriers. It was a great dog, kind of a smaller one. It was named Oreo because it was black and white in the middle. And it was a great dog, but they're all terriers. Anybody comes around, they're barking and scrapping. And well, the funny thing about the terriers is they'll spend all day hunting lizards here. And the Oreo would just do this little dance. It'd take 2 steps one way, 2 steps the other, looking for lizards very thoroughly. They're good truck dogs. They can ride with you. They don't take up much room. That dog went with me a lot.
Then while they still had Oreo, they got Roxy.
Had a great dog that I love. This dog was a Whippet. That was a great dog, but that's like having a cat. It just lay around. But to see the dog run, we don't have a fence here, so we had to keep it on a leash, and it was mostly be in the house and with us. It lived like a great life.
Nowadays, my parents have 2 dogs who are living their best life.
It's like a resort up there.
My dogs live like kings and queens. They stay in the house. They get fed really good. They get brushed. They sleep on the bed. The Jack Russell, like any terrier, will have to be on the highest piece of furniture it can get on. They got it made. I mean, who wouldn't want to be one of our dogs, I mean, what a great life they have. I love my dogs. I treat them very well, and they're constant good companionship and great entertainment. Yeah. The way they wrestle, and they're great watchdogs, of course. The Jack Russell, you can't even look at somebody without it barking. And the poodle is a wonderful dog. I just love its disposition.
They do have great lives, obviously, and they are besties with Luna, my brother-in-law Jesse's pup.
Well, as you know, I have a little French bulldog by the name of Luna. She was found all the way up in Washington State and was flown down to the John Wayne Airport where we picked her up. Ever since then, she's been pretty much attached to my hip. We've been 2 peas in a pod. So she goes with me to appointments and things like that. And she slowly worked her way up to the corner of the bed in the evenings. And now at times I wake up and, well, there her head is next to me on my pillow. So she has a great life. She's able to run and play with other dogs 2 to 3 hours a day minimum. And so that makes her completely happy to have that social interaction.
Luna seems to make friends wherever she goes. She's really a sweet girl.
Well, Luna has a few friends, one of which is Lucy, which is a poodle, and she absolutely goes nuts over Lucy. All I have to do is mention her name. She jumps up, she runs all over the house, starts searching the house to try to find Lucy. Aww. She'll look in the closet, the bathroom, anywhere and everywhere. She will try to search for Lucy. But they play well together, sometimes a little rough, but at the same time... Oh,
that's Luna with a hairball.
There she goes. But she totally loves Lucy. There's a few other friends she's had from down south. Nugget, golden retriever, about 110-pound golden retriever.
Oh, wow.
She used to play with a pack of huskies as well. where Luna developed the name as the Gray Bullet because she would run after 3, 4, 5 huskies and keep up with them and sometimes do a cannonball right into the middle of them, into a big dog pile. She also was friends. We've moved away, but she had a friend by the name of Mika, which was a miniature husky. And she was only about 12 or 14 pounds, somewhere in there. But they were really, really good friends and would play together for at least an hour a day. So she has a bunch of friends.
I had an awesome puppy parent connection the other day. I was rocking my Jack Russell Parents t-shirt in the grocery store, and because of it, I struck up a great conversation with a lady. And not only did she think my shirt was super cute, she too had a JRT named Wags.
That's a great name. I love it when slogans like Dog Mom, Dog Dad, or Jack Russell Parents bring people together.
Me too, and one of my favorite prints is Jack Russell Terriers. Not a breed, a calling.
Yep, raising a JRT just might be the highest calling of all.
Yeah. So are you a proud puppy parent that wants to connect with other puppy parents? Or do you simply like super cute doggy attire to go with your summer shorts? Either way, we have what you need at the Jack Russell Parents Store.
All our awesome prints come in a variety of t-shirts, hoodies, baby onesies, laptop sleeves, even coffee mugs. Your choice.
To join the doggy squad, check out all the rad merch options at jackrussellparents.com. Simply click on Shop at the top and place your order. Go get 'em, puppy parents!
All that playing and carousing means these pups work up quite an appetite. And who do you think feeds them? You guessed it, Becca's mom, Karen. She prepares yummy food for the dogs too because
I'm the food lady. They each have their own bowl, of course. Well, Lucy, the poodle, gets more, so she gets quite a few scoops. Bella gets 1 little 3 tablespoons because she's overweight. And Luna gets probably 2 full scoops. It's just a small little 4 tablespoon scoop is all it is, measuring cup. And then I put in just a couple of teaspoons of moist, good canned food, whatever you can find in good quality. And I put that in it, mix it up, and they gobble it down.
The cool thing about talking to family and people in general about dogs is that oftentimes you learn something new about them. Just like this moment with my mom.
Did you have dogs as a kid?
Yes.
Oh, what kind of dogs did you have as a kid?
Cocker Spaniels.
How come I don't know that or remember that?
My mom kind of inherited it from my grandmother, her dogs. And it's mostly what we have are Cocker Spaniels. Don't know why I never got one, but...
I know. It seems like you would. Because a lot of people, the dogs that they had when they were kids, they would get when they were grown-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? I think that is the first time she's ever mentioned those Cocker Spaniels. But it is clear that dogs have been a fixture and a part of the lives of my family for generations.
I gave Grandpa one final question. What have dogs meant to your family over the generations?
Well, we've been involved with dogs. We had a dog practically all the time. Years ago, we lived on the farm. We had a shepherd dog, I guess it was. I don't know where it came from, or I don't remember that, but it was with us for a long time. Mm-hmm. But we lived on the farm, so it was a farm dog, and a very good helper. My pa was, he was kind of particular about taking on dogs. He liked dogs, but he just didn't want to, take one on. There'd be a lot of trouble, and he'd have to do this and do that. But like that little female dog I brought home, he liked to went through the roof with that little dog, No, we have no female dog. We got to get her spaded and all this. Mm. Well, he finally kept her and got her spaded and everything.
Mm. Did she like him more than everybody else did?
She did. She took to him, yeah. So he sat in his chair. We'd have a chair like sitting around on the patio or something like this, everybody get up and leave. She'd run and find his chair and sit in it.
Yeah, that's a terrier, all right.
She's like claiming him as her own. Yeah.
So, Yeah, she was quite a dog. Quite a dog.
That's sweet.
He is so right. Dogs have truly been like family members to us. And I think the one area that has evolved over the years is how spoiled they are. I am proud to say they are no longer housed in pens in the backyard, but at the foot of our beds. They no longer get the leftover scraps. They get high quality food that is good for their tummies. They're like children and grandchildren to us, really.
We've come to truly need them in our lives. Dad reflects.
Because there's nothing sadder than your home without a dog.
We so agree. It was so much fun spending time with family and their pups. Lucy, Bella, and Luna are significant characters in our family story.
All this talk about generational dog ownership got us wondering, how many of you grew up with dogs, or were you the first one in your family to get a dog?
Let's find out in our Puppy Parent Replies. Angela V says he is our first ever dog. He is 16 months old now.
Oh, that's great. First one ever. Marsha S says, sadly, I didn't grow up with animals. I always said as soon as I got my own place, I'd have my own little zoo. And I did. I've been so blessed to own and foster lots of dogs throughout the years, but first time having a JRT. She's mixed with Chihuahua and just turned 1 in July.
Oh, that's awesome. Becky K says, good question. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, thank you.
I grew up with dogs. I don't think I could live without one. My grandfather and his sister bred dogs. I breed Shih Tzus. I have had so many dogs in my life. Sometimes they are way better than people.
Sometimes.
Well.
Liz M says, I'm a first-time puppy mom, now with my second pup after my heart was stolen by this wee man. And she includes a cute little picture. It's adorable.
Aww, I love it when we call them wee. The wee pup. Gina A says, he is our first JRT. Everyone in my family has dogs. I love them all, but JRTs are a different breed of their own quirkiness.
So true. Maria A says, first-time dog owner and first-time JRT owner. Before her, I enjoyed dogs by looking at them from a good distance, as I got scared after meeting my husband's family dog, a toy poodle, not really socialized well, neither trained. She used to growl at me and bit me a couple times,
Oh, no.
I was off having a dog for a while, until this ball of fur came back home with me one night when a lady, after having her for only a week, thought it was too much of a commitment. She was 10 weeks old when I got her, and it was the best choice ever.
Aww.
Yeah, a lot of people, just a couple weeks with a Jack Russell, they can't hang. So.
Yeah, it's tough. I understand. But I'm glad this pup found a home with Maria.
Yeah, people expect to get a little baby Yoda, and they get a baby Velociraptor.
Yeah, they do.
They still need love, though.
Mm-hmm. Anthony W. says, had a dog briefly as a kid. My wife and I got a dog a few years after we got married. Dog people ever since. They are now celebrating their 30th anniversary in about 2 months. So they've been dog people for 30 years. That's awesome.
Deb M says it started as 1, and she includes this beautiful picture of like a gorgeous Jack Russell. Expanded to 3. All rescues. She's also fostered dogs and has had as many as 11 dogs at one time.
Wow.
That's a lot of dogs. And
yeah.
Look at how cute they are.
Yeah, she has a picture of all 3 of them together. They're so happy looking. Marion R. says, always dog people. Usually other pets too, but dogs were consistent.
Other animals come and go, but dogs are forever.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia H. says, my first dog, the lab, in a picture of 3 dogs, was a family dog. Then, not long after getting her from a friend, we rescued our pit bull lab, Molly. Then I rescued my Jack Russell Terrier mix this past January. Moving forward, I hope to always have at least 1 dog in my life.
Yes, we always need at least 1. Teresa H. says 60 plus years of dog hair on everything and a lifetime of mutual love. Welcome back, puppy parents. It's time for Insta Dog of the Week. And this week, our special Insta dog is Ralph the Jack Russell.
Yeah, Ralph.
Woohoo! Ralph is a beautiful rough coat Jack Russell with a white body, a black mask with brown highlights, and one of the fuzziest, most mischievous faces you'll ever see.
So many of the adorable pics in his feed have that side eye look, that cow eyeball, I call it.
Yeah, and it's that on guard, side eye, ring of white look. It's actually a play fighting behavior. Seeing so many of those pics makes him look extra feisty.
He probably is, in only the way a Jack Russell can, right?
For sure. So Ralph's bio reads, he's from Austin, Texas. Woo-woo. Fellow Texan. His birthday is November 21st, 2020. So he's just a young pup.
Little baby.
He has the Virgo symbol. So I guess it means he's humble, selfie-facing, industrious, and practical.
Industrious sounds Jackish, but not the rest, pretty much.
Humble? I think not. But maybe he's unique in that way. I don't know. So in addition to the cow eyeball, scrolling down Ralph's page, you see a lot of fun stuff. He obviously goes to some sort of, I think, doggy daycare or something like that, or has a place outside where he gets to play, or a dog park or something, because there's several pictures of him with a Great Dane. He's going through one of those kid tunnels that fold out like an accordion, and he's playing with that a lot. He seems to like to sit on the edge of things, which really cracks me up, because Carson does that too.
They're like little baby goats.
Yes. So like he's sitting on the edge of his bed. So his bed has like a edge around it, and he sits on the edge. Instead of sitting down in the bed, he's sitting on the edge of the bed. Or he sits on the pillow, you know.
You got to get the height.
Yeah, it's really funny. And then I think one of the pictures that is my favorite that makes me laugh quite a bit is that they've made basically a meme. In the top picture is Ralph the Jack Russell trying to get into a box of something that needs to obviously be taken out and put together. And then underneath, it's the character Ralph from The Simpsons saying, "I'm helping."
I love how you did the voice.
And that's exactly what it feels like with a Jack Russell. They want to be in everything. They want to help, quote unquote, with everything.
You cannot do anything without them being involved. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, so that one's a good one. What do you think? What's your favorite game?
Oh, I love the cow eyeball ones that look like he's about to get into a little rough and tumble match, especially the one where it looks like they just got him. He looks brand new little pup, and he's already giving that, "Come at me.
I'm gonna get you. I can get you." Oh, yeah. So Ralph's definitely a cutie that you'll want to add to your daily Insta scroll. You can find Ralph at Ralph the Jack Russell, one word. That's RALPH, the Jack Russell. He can't wait to show you his fuzzy little face. Thank you for listening to our Reflections of a Dog Family. We hope that you can either continue the legacy of dog parenting or start the love yourself as a first-time dog owner. I agree with the sentiment. A house is not a home without the love of a dog. Did you enjoy this episode? Did you learn from the content? Or did you just have a good, relatable laugh? Well, now what? It's time to subscribe, follow, keep listening, and give a positive review on the Apple Podcast app. Then share the podcast with other puppy parents. This will allow us to connect you and your friends with fun, dog-loving content week after week. Until next time, this is Becca and Gabe, the Jack Russell parents.
Say bye, Carson.
We'd love to connect with you online at jackrussellparents.com or on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at JRT Podcasts. That's at JRT for Jack Russell Terrier Podcast.
The Jack Russell Parents Podcast is produced by Earball Audio.
Jack Russell Parents is brought to you in part by Super Chewer. From the makers of BarkBox, Super Chewer is a themed monthly delivery of toys and treats made especially for dogs who play harder and demand a challenge. Simply go to jackrussellparents.com and click the Super Chewer link to enjoy their great offers while also supporting our podcast.